Let's pull out our Swiss Army knives and switch it to the fourth gear, which is ironic because this man has at least four gears and four positions that he can play on the field. Taysom Hill and his role that you expect to see this year, with it not so much being a quarterback battle for a starting position this season with Jameis Winston, but more of a how many places can we use Taysom Hill, and what obviously Coach Dennis Allen alluded to in that last press conference of minicamp, that he is going to get snaps at quarterback and he's going to play every position they need him to play. What do you expect to see from Taysom Hill as part of the tight end room, but also as part of really any skill position on the offense? 2 minutes starting now.
Yeah, look, I think when you look at Taysom Hill, the first hurdle is he's got to get back on the field, right? And he's recovering from that Liz Frank surgery he had in the offseason. Obviously, that's a tough one. He had it on the other foot in college when it went through that. And obviously, the big thing is how is he going to plant? How is he going to move after that? I would be surprised if he's there to start training camp. I think he might land on the physically unable to perform list or the PUP list to start things out. Wouldn't surprise me there. But look, when they get Taysom Hill back at whatever point that is, the biggest things I tell you is that are encouraging is that he's been in the tight end room. He's been learning from them. That's encouraging because before he hasn't been. And so they're trying to get the most out of him, right? And I don't think you would expect anything in terms of like, hey, this guy's going to be a George Kittle type presence there. I think he has some explosive plays in him. I think he's got a lot of different things that, as far as qualities, and the jack of all trade role kind of suits him best, if you will. But look, I expect him to line up in kind of that joker position in tight end group, just kind of where he's at and just some different things that he's able to do. And, look at quarterback, I expect that more in short yardage. So it's kind of like last year, short yardage, goal line situations, QB powers, different things along that lines is where you can expect from Taysom Hill when they bring in jumbo sets. That's probably his bread and butter. I would expect him probably see some action on the kickoff team, the punt team. Maybe they even throw him in as a returner. He's done that in the past. The sky's the limit for him. But the first big hurdle for him in his journey for this season is to be on the field, to get healthy, recover from that foot injury, obviously, and then see what kind of impact that he can make. But look, I tell you, tight end group is a question mark area. I think there's a lot of room for improvement on the roster there. Taysom Hill could be a guy that could bring a lot better overall improvement to that group.
Yeah, John, this is a really interesting topic to me, so I'm going to extend the time. But speaking of the tight end position group, and I hate to put you on the spot here, but if you had to guess right now, because our fifth and final gear, our fifth and sixth gear of this, this edition of the Drive presented by Royal Honda, is going to be about position battles, and specifically an O-line battle that I think we all know is going to happen in these next few weeks. The tight end position battle, not so much for the starting spot, but just to make the team. If you had to guess right now, which tight ends, including Taysom Hill, are going to make this roster?
Yeah, look, I think the certain ones that you have is Adam Troutman, and then behind that, we'll see what happens. I like Juwan Johnson. I like the fact that he bulked up. I think that he's a guy that really started hot last season, cooled off, obviously, a lot during it, and just wasn't used as much. And look, some of that could be attributed to the inconsistencies at quarterback, that carousel that he had to do. But, look, he was a big red zone threat. Look, I've written about it, but Nick Vannett for me is a guy that has to bring it at training camp. I think he's on the roster bubble. I think somebody like Lucas Kroll could outperform him and just kind of make it, very interesting in terms of that battle. And the big question is, are they going to carry 3 or 4? Because if you look at it and where they put Taysom Hill, is that going to be 3 tight ends, or are they going to put 3 guys with Vannett, Troutman, and Juwan Johnson, and then, put Hill wherever he goes and lines up in that particular order? So look, I think Vannett's got the most pressure on him going into training camp right now. I think Troutman has a good bit, but he did play injured last year. I do know that he's definitely on the up and up, but we expected a lot out of him. I think him and Juwan Johnson are probably the safest locks at tight end. But outside of that, look, Vanette's got the pressure on him. I think Lucas Kroll, he has done exceptional in rookie minicamp, OTAs. Look, I think that he's a guy that's ascending, and we want to see more of at training camp. And then they've got some question marks after that. It's some veteran guys like JP Holtz and Brandon Dillon and a couple of guys like that, they're going to really have an uphill battle here. So it's one of those not so fun ones to watch, but at the same time, it's important piece of the puzzle when you talk about assembling a roster. And again, when you look at the overall talent, I think that's where they're most efficient right now.
Great answer. The fifth gear of the drive presented by Royal Honda. An O-line battle between Trevor Penning and James Hurst.